Hello boys and girls, in this video I will be doing today's religion test with you. Now this religion test is a filling in the blank section right here, and sometimes when we get filling in the blank and they're big words that we don't necessarily know how to read or spell, you get a little confused. And so I want to walk through this with you because my goal here is not to confuse you, and my goal here is not for you to try to figure out how to spell big words like Ignatius and Pentecost. My goal is for you to understand what we've learned about in the lesson this week. So I'm going to kind of help you through this section to make sure that I'm not marking you down because you didn't know how to spell Ignatius rather than because you didn't understand what we learned. And I'm looking at the words here in the box. Do you see this first word? This first word says Pentecost. Can you all say Pentecost? And we've been learning that Pentecost is a special celebration in the church, isn't it? Do you guys remember what we said Pentecost was? Don't say it out loud. It's something special for the church. What is it? The church is what? Do you remember, Jacob? The church's birthday. Yeah, so this word Pentecost, you all see that word Pentecost? That's going to go in a sentence with this word birthday. So let's find a sentence where we think that Pentecost and birthday would make sense, and then we'll plug them into that sentence, okay? So the first one says, Catholics are one family that lives together in Pentecost birthday. Would that make sense? No. 2, on Pentecost Sunday, we celebrate the birthday of the church. Would that work? Yes. So together on this first line right here, not the first line number 1, but the first line in number 2, it says on. And then we're going to write Pentecost. It's an uppercase P, E, N, T, E, C, O, S, T. So on Pentecost Sunday, we celebrate on this next line, we're going to write this word birthday. It's B-I-R-D-D-A-Y. So on Pentecost Sunday, we celebrate the birthday of the church, and now you can cross off Pentecost and birthday because we've already used both of those words, okay? Now, we have 3 more words here that we need to plug in. And now that we've gotten rid of Pentecost and birthday, you should be able to figure out where the next words go. So let me read you the sentences and we'll work this out. This time you're going to do it on your own, but I'm going to read you the sentences, okay? So, number 1 says, Catholics are one family that lives together in blank. I'm going to read it with all 3 of our words and see which one makes sense, okay? Are Catholics one family who lives together in Ignatius? Are Catholics one family that lives together in quiet? Or are Catholics one family that lives together in peace? Choose the correct word, Ignatius, quiet, or peace, and make sure that you're writing the correct word. If you mean Ignatius, don't write quiet. If you mean peace, don't write Ignatius. Peace begins with a P, Ignatius begins with an I, and quiet begins with a Q. So make sure you're choosing the correct word. Catholics are one family that lives together in what? Don't tell me, write it on the line. What? What is it in the box? All right, now you should only have 2 words left. And I'm going to read you this last sentence. Saint blank, well, we only learned about one saint this week, so it's either Ignatius, quiet, or peace. Saint blank took time to be blank and still. Did Saint Quiet take time to be Ignatius and still? Did Saint Ignatius take time to be quiet and still? Or did Saint Peace take time to be Ignatius and still? So make it make sense. Saint who? Which one of these is the name of a saint? Write it on the line. Use your deductive reasoning. Which one has an uppercase letter? We know names have to have uppercase letters, so there's a big hint. Saint who took time to be, and then you should only have 1 word left. Okay? So get that done. Friends at home, make sure you get that done in your best handwriting there. And then we'll move on when everyone's ready. All right, friends, down at the bottom here, it says, write about a way you can keep peace with others. Now, please remember that when you're answering this question, it should be a complete sentence. So it should begin with an uppercase letter. It should have finger spaces throughout. It should have an end mark, and it needs to make sense. So what is a way that you can keep peace with others? Think about it. Write it down, and when you're finished, turn it over so we can go on. All right, on the back side, I'm at the top now. It says circle the words that best complete the sentences. I will read the sentence, then I will read the 2 choices, and you will decide which one is the best choice. So number 1 says Pentecost Sunday celebrates the coming of blank. Who came on Pentecost Sunday? God's Son or the Holy Spirit? Pentecost Sunday, not Christmas Day, Pentecost Sunday. Was it God's Son or the Holy Spirit? At Pentecost, blank appeared over each person's head. Was it flames over their head or doves? Birds. Number 3, the apostles began telling blank about Jesus. Did they begin telling everyone about Jesus or only their friends? Did they tell everyone about Jesus or only their friends? Number 4, the Holy Spirit helped the apostles blank in different languages. Did the Holy Spirit help them sing in different languages or speak in different languages? And number 5, today people all over the blank belong to the church. Is it people all over the world or people all over the state? And now we're going to go down here where we're connecting the sentences. You know, this is my least favorite part of the test because most of the time you have the right answer, but you get all cattywampus with your tracing. So I have you draw shapes around the dots. That way I know what 2 dots you're trying to connect. So the first one says Jesus's followers were. Put a circle around that. Jesus's followers were teach other people. Jesus's followers were filled with God's love. Jesus's followers were many people in India and Japan. Jesus's followers were a sign of peace. Which one of those makes the most sense? We'll do the first one together. Which one makes the most sense, Connor?
Jesus' followers were filled with God's love.
I think you're absolutely right. So go ahead and draw a circle around filled with God's love. And then connect your... Oh, honey, we'll talk about it after the test, okay? We can't talk during a test. All right, now the next three you're going to do on your own, but I will read them to you. So for number 2, please draw a triangle, 3 sides, 3 corners around your dot. It says, at Mass, we give one another, teach other people. At Mass, we give one another, many people in India and Japan. Or at Mass, we give one another a sign of peace. Connect the answers that make the most sense. And number 3 says, the Spirit helped the apostles. What did it help them do? Did the Spirit help the apostles teach other people? Did the Spirit help the apostles, many people in India and Japan? Or did the Spirit help the apostles, a sign of peace? And then the last one should be kind of a gimme. It says, Francis Xavier baptized. Who did he baptize? Francis Xavier baptized teach other people. Francis Xavier baptized many people in India and Japan. Or Francis Xavier baptized a sign of peace. You can draw squares or X's or whatever you want to make sure that you're connecting to the right sentence. Friends at home, when you're finished, take a picture of both sides and upload it for me or Mrs. Hatkoff. And friends here in the classroom, you know where to turn it in. Bye, friends at home.